Alrighty, folks, we are live. First things first, as per usual, you gotta get some water. You gotta get some water on in your life. Your body is made up of so much water, and you gotta keep it around, right? You gotta keep the water around to keep your body around. Hello, Emma. Welcome in. Welcome. I appreciate you being here. It's an early stream today. It's a Sunday afternoon. It's a little bit later than I wanted to get started, but it is an early stream here. So let's see here. We'll do that. We get a little background vibe for us. What I had planned today was to just kind of hang out, just chill. Got a few videos on tap. When I say just chill, I mean I'm not going to be sweating to like get dubs in games or anything like that. We're going to be doing kind of a just chatting stream. There are times where I'm going to get animated because that is who I am as a human. But I planned on watching some Joe is Hungry, reacting to his fast food reviews because I love them so much. Maybe looking at some more just absolutely ridiculous Call of Duty conspiracy theories because I don't know what it is about them. Maybe it's the specific people who are generating them, but I am a big fan. And then also, I had some people who were continuing to like send me different videos, things like that, regarding Palworld. So I figured we could talk about that a little bit more. Obviously today is game day. If you're unfamiliar, today's game day. The Detroit Football Lions will be taking on the San Francisco 49ers in California on San Francisco's home turf, which is surprisingly in Santa Clara. I don't know how close Santa Clara and San Francisco are, but that's where the Lions are going to be playing the 49ers for the NFC Championship. So if the Detroit Lions win this game, which they have not been this close to the Super Bowl in 32 years, 31 years. If they win this game, they go to the Super Bowl. It will be their first appearance in the NFL championship game as it's been termed the Super Bowl. The last time they won, I believe, was in 1957, which was before the Super Bowl was even named the Super Bowl. So I have said that word a lot, the two words, the phrase a lot, and I am expecting Roger Goodell to just crash into my back window here and strangle me live on stream for saying that trademark so much. I'm assuming it's a trademark, based on how much I have gone through in terms of researching copyright and trademark as it relates to Pokemon and Palworld. I'm pretty sure that that phrase is likely a trademark of the NFL, because you wouldn't be able to copyright it. It's not distinct enough, is in the form of two words to be a copyright protectable phrase, but could potentially be a trademark. But yeah, either way, I'm hype for the Lions. I think that they have a very real chance of winning this. They start their game in about 4 hours and 45 minutes. I will be watching every single second of it, so my stream here will end well before that. I don't want to miss a thing. You can call me Steven Tyler because I don't want to miss a thing. I could have probably rephrased that a little bit better, but you're here in the moment with me as I make these jokes, and I appreciate that. So one of the things that I wanted to kind of talk about was the new Vince K. McMahon in WWE lawsuit. There was a former employee of WWE who alleges that she was sexually assaulted. The allegations that she puts forth in her complaint are egregious, and it is, I believe it's a 67-page complaint. Yeah, 67-page complaint. Now, when I say 67-page complaint, the thing that you need to know about like lawsuits and things like that, they're going to include things like photos that are pertinent to the allegations. They are written in double-spaced. There is frequently a lot of white space as different statutory provisions are cited to. So 67 pages may actually only end up being like 40 pages of actual text if you were to condense it down to something that is, that, you know, when we think about a page of text, that's what we think of. So 40 pages is still a lot. Don't get me wrong. Like that is a sizable complaint. It names World Wrestling Entertainment, obviously, Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis as defendants. Also, like, you're always going to see the overarching corporate entity named as a defendant as well, because that's where a lot of the money is going to be. The money is going, like, if you are looking to recover money in a civil lawsuit, and I say that like it's a bad thing, it's not. Generally, the only real thing that you can get in a civil lawsuit is money. There are some instances where you can do what's called specific performance, but there's nothing, but that's the idea of a civil lawsuit is you want to try to make them whole, right? Like whatever they lost from the civil wrong that was done, you want to try to make that person whole. We can't always do that, right? Like we don't have time machines. We can't go back and fix the errors of the past. So the only way we can do that is to be like, can we just give you money so that you feel better about all of the shit that you went through? Whether that's, you know, whether the shit being like this person painted your house the wrong color, or the egregious assaults that you had to endure as an employee of this corporation, right? It is a wide variety of wrongs that people face in a civil setting that they might sue over. But in general, the money is going to be the thing, right? So specific performance would be, you know, if you agreed to sell somebody a piece of land, because land is distinct enough that if there's no reason why you wouldn't be able to sell that person that piece of land, the court may say, no, you got to sell them the land. Like you agreed to it, you got to sell them the land. The land is distinct enough. There's not necessarily any way that an amount of money would be able to correct that wrong. Or like a unique painting, right? Like if you contracted to buy the Mona Lisa, and then suddenly the Louvre, is it at the Louvre, was like, no, we're actually not going to sell you the Mona Lisa. You could be like, I want the Mona Lisa. Like I contracted to buy the Mona Lisa. It's a one of a kind. I want the Mona Lisa. I don't just want them to like, I don't want you to just be like, oh, no harm, no foul. I want the Mona Lisa, right? I don't have that kind of money. But if I did, I probably still wouldn't buy the Mona Lisa. When it comes to it, I feel like I'm pretty pragmatic about my purchase history. I say as I look at my Spider-Man 2 Special Edition PlayStation 5. Okay, you're going to lurk. Your student moved up the lesson to 2 p.m. All right. I appreciate the lurk. I won't anticipate any comments from you. But thank you for being here regardless. I really appreciate it. So yeah, one thing that I wanted to kind of go over was that World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE lawsuit. And I'm specifically not using the plaintiff's name. I know it's public information. When something is filed, it becomes a public document. So the plaintiff's name is out there, but I've also seen things that indicated the plaintiff did not want to be identified to the extent that they could prevent it. You really love I also love the little dino. He's so cute. It's just the best. It's Dino Dance, right? With capital D's. Yeah, let's go, little guy. But I've also seen reporting that indicated the plaintiff did not want to have their identity disclosed if it could have been prevented. And this seems like a perfect example of where I can prevent disclosing this person's identification, or identity, so I'm not going to. Particularly because I'm not really getting into the lawsuit itself. I just wanted to talk a little bit about it. But I was really like, these are some egregious allegations. Part of the reason that I'm not getting into it is because I don't know, like, I just started streaming on YouTube. I don't know what's allowed and not allowed, right? Like I don't know what I can get away with over here. So I know that I could talk about this on Twitch as it relates to just reporting on it and opining on the veracity or the manner in which the plaintiff might go about proving the allegations. But I don't know. I don't know what I can and can't show as it relates to and say as it relates to YouTube. I still don't. That seems to be a world of trickier waters to navigate, just based on some of the things that I've seen from video creators always talking like, can't say that on YouTube, and I don't know what these people are talking about. So I'm going to continue to do me, but with a little bit of an air toward caution. So I wasn't going to talk about that. Also, no one's actually talked about how, like, no one's mentioned to me that they want to listen to someone break down the WWE lawsuit. So I just figured that what's the point? I would rather, I am interested in it, but I can do all that research by myself. Now, one thing that I would talk about, even if no one asked me about it, are the Detroit Lions. And I am so excited for today. I am thrilled. I cannot mention it enough. I keep going back to it, but I keep going back to it for a reason, and it's because I am thrilled. Also, the other thing that I keep going back to, like I said, is Palworld and Pokemon, because I have had friends, acquaintances, not confidants, because I feel like a confidant would probably talk to me about more personal things than necessarily Pokemon and Palworld. But I've had friends and acquaintances send me different articles, different videos, and they're like, "Hey, what do you think of this? What do you make of this?" And I did want to play this one because I thought it was a good breakdown. I thought it was good information. It's from Pirate Software. I believe Pirate Software used to be I believe he used to be a software engineer for Activision Blizzard, maybe for Amazon. Maybe he went from, I think he went from Activision Blizzard to Amazon. I think we may have actually watched one of his shorts in the past. Also, amazing voice. I'm going to hit play on this, and everybody, including me, is going to be like, because he has an amazing voice.
Fair use, or it's copyright law. There's no such thing as fair use in Japan.
So Japan there's no such thing as fair use. Japan has no fair use in its copyright law. We talked about fair use a little bit. Fair use is a defense to a claim of copyright infringement in the US. It is a way in which you can say, no, I'm actually allowed to infringe on this copyright. You are essentially, with fair use, you're admitting that you're infringing on a copyright. But because of the way in which you're infringing, you have a defense, right? So some of those fair use defenses are parody, right? So Weird Al Yankovic, for instance, makes a ton of parody songs. It's easier if he doesn't have to go the fair use route, because fair use would be something that has to be litigated in court. It is a defense. It does not mean that someone can't sue you for infringement. They can sue you successfully for infringement, because in order to claim fair use, you essentially have to admit that you did infringe, right? It's the same way as self-defense in a murder case. You have to admit you did the murder, but you're saying, I did the murder, but it was justified. And so because of that, it's not legally murder. It's just a regular old-fashioned killing, which is a weird thing to say, but that is what people say when they claim self-defense in murder cases. So there's no such thing as fair use in Japan, which means if you are sued for copyright infringement and you are infringing, you don't have a defense to say, but because of the way in which I use this copy, the way in which I infringed on your copyright, I'm still good. I'm still safe.
None. Doesn't exist. So with that in mind, if Nintendo wants to go after you, if you're in the US or Europe or anywhere else, because you're showing off Nintendo stuff, they have every right to, because there's no fair use in Japan.
So they can sue you in Japan, but I think there would still be a question, because if you're in the US or Europe, there would still be a question as to what law governs that lawsuit, right? And Nintendo can file its lawsuit wherever it wants, and I would expect that they would file in the country that they could at least claim is relevant. So Japan, if that has the strictest copyright laws, but whatever venue has the most strict copyright laws, I would expect them to file that lawsuit in that venue, in that jurisdiction.
They can stop you from
that
doing
location.
it. They've done it many, many times. It may feel unsavory, but that's within their purview to do so, right? Normal stuff, super normal stuff.
Yeah, I would expect companies to defend their copyrights and defend them as vigorously as they can to be as successful as possible in defending those copyrights.
Now, with that in mind, let's say that Nintendo wanted to go after Pocket Pair and said, hey, there's something wrong. Well, Pocket Pair's been working on this game publicly for 3 years. They haven't done it. Pocket Pair's now released the game and they have 5 million sales, and they still haven't done it. And on top of all of this, on top of everything else, they're both in Japan, which means it wouldn't even be an international lawsuit. It'd be a local lawsuit. So if they're not doing it, why is everyone on Twitter bitching? Pretty sure that Nintendo, one of the most litigious game companies in the world, would have more of a handle and understanding of the law than all of the armchair experts on Twitter. Japan.
Yeah. So what's really funny is I talked about this at length on Friday, the last time that I was streaming. And I feel like an idiot because Pirate Software in about 80 seconds said what I said in the course of about 80 minutes. Now, importantly, we did go through and we talked about the different tests, the different levels of analysis that a court would apply in navigating or litigating the copyright issue as it pertains to U.S. courts. Obviously, U.S. courts probably wouldn't apply here because both Pocket Pair and Nintendo are based in Japan. So I would anticipate that it would be a Japanese court that decides the question. But it is just very funny to me that my guy has, like, in about 80 seconds, broke it down so simply. And it is one of the reasons why sometimes I hate the work that I do, because it leads me to an area where I can talk almost ad nauseum about a subject in describing the ins and outs, the ups and downs, the pros and cons, like arguments for and against the position that I'm lobbying. At the same time, though, that's important because if I am being as fair as possible to the other side, it just goes further to show that my analysis is that much stronger, right? Like if I'm doing the opposite of straw manning, if I'm like steel manning the opposing argument, it means that I have such confidence in my own position, and it means that I am doing, like, I'm poking at my own analysis as much as possible, which is frequently something that I end up having to do because I don't want to I don't want to have an argument go sideways where I didn't consider the weakest points of my argument and how that would be attacked, right? But I brought that up because it just goes to show that there are a number of individuals who agree that Nintendo's statement about Pocket Pair is really a non-statement. Yo, what's going on? Hey, are you excited? You've only got 5 days. It's 5 days, right? 5 days until Persona 3 Reload? Oh, Movie Zone, what's up? Sporty Superman, yes, we are rocking our Detroit Lions celebratory gear. Just home from work, hell yeah. That's the whole, man. I'm bummed that you had to work on a Sunday, but I am hyped that you are home from work now. Yo, she can't wait, hell yeah. I'm hyped for you. The amount of hype that you have put in to like sharing your excitement about Persona 3 Reload, I'm right there with you. I'm for sure not gonna buy a game like day one, but like I'm amped because you are. Tekken 8 had to send back. No, you had to send it back. Movie Zone, are you a physical copy collector? Xbox X came with 2 discs and it wouldn't install. It was just a glitch. So it was like something that required like a day one patch for the installation to work. That's a nightmare. You can just rebuy it. That's a good point. Are you a fan of physical copies of games? Yeah, I would. I mean, I'd be right there too. I'd assume that it was just a disc issue. You wouldn't expect a company to put out a game that has a bug wherein it can't install day one. Physical you prefer, but well, yeah, but I mean, if this is, man, I wouldn't say you're the fool for getting it digital, because again, you would like, that's very much a fool me once, shame on you, right? Like, and not even a fool me once, shame on you, because the lesson here shouldn't be I shouldn't buy digital games. The lesson here should be Tekken. Well, wait, who is it? Who makes Tekken? It's not Capcom. Who makes Tekken? I literally don't know that. It is Namco. Okay, I was like, is it Namco? And I was like, no, there's no way the Pac-Man people make Tekken, but it's the Pac-Man people. So I would totally expect that Namco would not be sending out copies of games that have a bug wherein they can't install. Suicide Squad's better not having the same issue? Hell yeah. Wait, so Suicide Squad that's not out yet, is it? Why did I? Okay, so here's the thing. I Bing. I don't Chrome. I don't Google. I Bing. I Bing it, right? The issue with that is that sometimes the Bing like is just like, hey, we're gonna add on some extra words at the end of this search because we think that you wanted this, right? And they're not always right, but they still just throw on those extra words. When is this game coming out? Is it already out? Pre-order now. Okay. Okay, so it comes out Friday. It comes out at the same time as Persona 3. I think I know where Yoshi's going to be spending their time, and I would expect Movie Zone that I know where you're going to be spending your time. Oh, it comes out Friday. You literally just posted in there while I was over here binging about like an idiot. Okay. Really wanted Tekken 8, but maybe it isn't meant to be. I mean, if you planned on buying it, you could still get Tekken 8, right? And I'm not out here to shill for Namco, for Bandai Namco or anything like that. But you could still get Tekken 8. But if you're more hyped, I totally understand if the joy died with the issues. I totally understand that. I absolutely get that. Sometimes it's just like a little too late. You have a grudge now? Oh, don't get me started on grudges. I still refuse to buy anything that Bethesda makes. With the exception, so Skyrim was the last thing that I bought from Bethesda, and I think it will be the last thing I buy from Bethesda. I am interested in getting the platinum trophy for Skyrim, so I may have to do that like off stream. But I have such a grudge against Bethesda and the way that they treated PS3 players with Skyrim and the DLC. I'm holding. It's been a decade. And I saw Starfield and people freaking out about how good Starfield was going to be. And I was like, oh, it's Bethesda. It's going to be shit. I'm not going to buy it. And I already don't like it. You could just play Dead by Daylight until Suicide Squad comes out. You could download Call of Duty Warzone, play that. That's a free one. But Tekken, your childhood. Fair enough. I never got into fighters too much. And I think part of that was I had an older brother who was 4 years older than me. And did I say I had an older brother? I have an older brother. He's still alive and well. He's still alive. I don't know how well he is. He eats. His eating habits are questionable, but he is alive, and well enough that I see him regularly. But I have an older brother who's 4 years older than me, and he used to beat the shit out of me in fighter games. Like growing up, if I got a dub, it was a rarity. You name it. Street Fighter, Killer Instinct, Tekken, Soul Calibur, what was it? Power Stone? Ass. I was getting obliterated. Sometimes in Killer Instinct, he would let me rack up a combo just so he could break it and hear the announcer go, combo breaker. Oh, Mortal Kombat? Oh god, Mortal Kombat was the first one. Mortal Kombat 3 on Super Nintendo. I used to get my face smashed in that daily. He would just push me into a corner and then be like, why aren't you defending yourself, buddy? Kevin Tense, what are you doing? Why aren't you winning? You're just sitting in this corner, getting absolutely railed. You're turning your back on your childhood. Rebuy the game, maybe from a different story, yeah. Oh, you're gonna be playing June? Simpy Twink, aka Meebles protect you. Oh my god. You tried MK1, it wasn't for you. Fair enough. Thought Street Fighter 6 was overrated. It seems like a lot of people that I know really like Street Fighter 6. Tekken's your thing, or Dead or Alive. Feel bad for the other fighting game that came out. Underbirth 2 came out as well. I have a nephew who's really big into Guilty Gear, and prior to him playing Guilty Gear, I had no idea what it was. I thought it was like some JRPG. I did not realize that it was a fighting game. Was there another fighting game that came out? I would expect that that Tekken 8 overshadowed pretty much any other game in the genre for at least like maybe 2 or 3 weeks on either side of its release. Any other fighting game is going to be like, nope. Oh, the game came out the day before. Why would you? Oh no, that's such a bad idea. Yeah, rip that other game indeed. Oh no. Oh my god, that's so bad. That's so bad. All right. I love that you can't even name it. You're like, whatever that other game was. Rip. It's so bad. Suicide Squad might give and Suicide Squad's not in the same genre, right? Like if I weren't concerned about the reviews and previews that I've seen of Suicide Squad, and in addition to the concerns that I had after Gotham Knights, I would probably be interested in Suicide Squad. Not really interested in Tekken 8. I am an avid Dragon Ball fan. Never once even thought about buying Dragon Fighters, right? Like, I'm just not a fighter. Just not a fighter fan. I am a fighter. Like, I do love boxing and fighting. I am just not a fighting game fan. Tekken 8 having severe launch issues. Oh no. Yeah, Suicide Squad is going to be more mainstream. Like there are more people that you might pull from just the general pop culture that have a casual interest in gaming into Suicide Squad than you would with Tekken 8. Although I anticipate that there would probably be people who are casual gamers but also have your same kind of thought process of, oh, Tekken 8, I played the shit out of Tekken as a kid. I love being that bear. And then they would, maybe pick up Tekken 8 and not worry about Suicide Squad because you also have a pretty large amount of the society that's kind of like into that counterculture of being like, I don't really want to actually get into superhero anything. Like the superhero zeitgeist is overplayed and overrated at this point, and I don't want anything to do with it. That's not me. I love superhero movies. Watch them every day of the week if they came out. You love being June. It's the only way you know what it's like in having a vagina. While that's a true statement, it is also a wild way to phrase that. It's like, it's true and it's fair, but it's also wild. You're unique. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, all right. So the other thing that I wanted to do, in addition to talking about the Palworld, like I talked about the Palworld stuff, there's more. I think there might be more that we could do here, but I wanted to watch some Joe is Hungry. I love this man's food reviews. I love them so much. Palworld is competing hard, and I would anticipate that Palworld is probably going to pull some market share from Pokemon. I don't know. So Palworld did a couple things great, right? One, they have a design that is absolutely going to appeal to PC gamers that are kind of grown-up Pokemon enthusiasts. hello, it's your boy. 2, they released it at a time after, Pokemon's last main release was in 2022. They released DLC for that same main release, and the entirety of that DLC finished releasing in December of 2023. So now, anyone that played through that main title and the DLC in January of 2024 is going to be like, I don't really have anything specific in Pokemon that I can continue going after other than the things that I would normally do. Shiny hunting, completing the Pokédex, potentially breeding, like breeding competitive mons if you were thinking about getting into VGC, that sort of thing. Pocket Pair comes out and says, hey, what if I could give you something that people were looking for in the Pokemon franchise for a number of years? Something more survival aspect, something where there are stakes at hand, something where your Pokemon can be on, like a bunch of your Pokemon can be on the field with you, all working with you, rather than all like having one at a time that just kind of follows you around, right? It's a totally different realm of a creature captor game. It's selling hard like Hogwarts did. And I think one of the things that the Pokemon fans who are really shitting on Palworld right now are neglecting is that they are giving Palworld almost like the Barbara Streisand effect. Pokemon's a myth. Everyone's saying it's not real. Many people are saying replaying the game as quickly as possible so that you can get the other legendary for your brother or sister. People are making hate videos on you because they hate your opinions on Doctor Who or streamers. Wait, you're getting hate videos made about you? Let's go! Steaks, pork chops, you like them both. I think you did make it. I think that's a sign that you made it. I mean, that's what I'm about to do, right? I got a couple of COD players up in the queue up here because they make ridiculous videos about Call of Duty conspiracies, and I don't know what it is about it. It's not like hate videos. I'm not hate watching them. I love it. It is so funny to me to hear these like absolute leaps in logic and hear these people just like mauling about Call of Duty, and I love it. I love it so much. Also, Reverb, I didn't say hello, welcome in. Glad to see you here. I'm a hater. I am a hater. I am proudly a hater. I just talked about how I held a decade-long grudge against Bethesda, and I am not mad about it. I don't even think about Bethesda. As soon as I hear the name, though, I'm like, I'm definitely against whatever they're doing. You wouldn't say you leap, you just suck the haters in. Hey, sometimes you gotta use a really weird verb to describe your interactions with haters. Reverb, yeah, I've got my Haterade right here, not a sponsor. Like a vacuum, sucking their love. Oh my god, why did I say that out loud? Oh god, I'm blushing. Leaving only hate in your wake. Bro, go loins so hard. I showered not long before I started streaming, and I'm worried because my hair is still, like, I can feel my hair is a little bit damp. I'm worried I'm going to have just, like, a huge dent, like a la Tim the Tap Man. Just a giant dent across the top of my head. But it's just going to be, like, it's going to be hair deep. But my hair has, like, not bad volume to it. So it's going to be very noticeable. Bro, you can smell me. I need to shower again. Hell yeah. I might do that. I might do that after I stream. I'm not going to do that after I stream. I don't have a humidifier in my house, and the hot water always leaves my skin a little too dry for my liking. So I shower, especially at wintertime, I shower at most once a day. We know. we know how it would sound because of you. I do remember. I didn't pee into the mic. Okay, wait. Saying that I peed into the mic is absolutely disingenuous to what actually occurred. Okay, I didn't pee into the mic. I peed, as the crow flies, I peed 5 feet this way, right? But there are 2 walls between me and that. And I have to go around that way, over that way, and then back in this way to get that 5 feet this way, okay? I didn't pee into the mic. I peed like 20 feet away from the mic, but my gain is very good. I'm not going to apologize because I have a stellar microphone. I did enjoy the pee. I normally enjoy a pee. I don't think there's been a lot of times where I haven't enjoyed a pee. I can't particularly think of it. No, what happened? I took a multivitamin and it was like way more than I needed, right? So my pee was like neon and it burned a little. And I was like, that's probably bad. This seems like a thing you don't want to have happen. And thankfully at the time I was not sexually active, so I didn't have to worry about that being an issue. So I literally was like, no, this is like either I got struck in the wrong part of my body and my body is just like in shock, or there's something dietary going on. I didn't take that multivitamin again. No neon pee. It was perfect. You didn't pee into the mic, but the 4 condenser microphones in your bathroom is kind of weird. I also didn't make anime boy screams, okay? Mike's my side man. I had in the bathroom with me. Sometimes needs a stress release break, so toilet with Mikey goes. Neon pee. No, it was literally like it was like green. It was like like Ecto Cooler, right? Like it was I was worried. I was worried because I peed and I was like, my urine has never been this color before. And it is like, it's not a normal color. Like this is not yellow. It is approaching green. Sovereign, did I, bro, you can't come in here and ask if I ate Volvers, okay? What is that? You can't come in here asking if I ate Volver. No, I didn't eat my Culver's yet. I'm going to be getting that after I stream. I'm going to be streaming for another probably hour or so. And then I will be going and I will be getting my Culver's. Blowing up the balloon with water and cheeses. Volvers and the chat, we are so far off the rails. I start stream with the idea of like, yeah, I'm going to talk copyright law. People are going to take me seriously. We're going to watch a man eat some food and like be almost too meticulous about the way that he measures the temperature and weight of these foods. And then we get Volvers and toilet mics. We get Sovereign, welcome in. I didn't eat Culver's yet. I'm going to be getting it after I stream. I know I already said that, but I just wanted to reiterate. Also, I wanted to say welcome in. What is this? What is that emote? What are we doing? What are we doing? Oh my God. I just want to eat it. I just want to watch a man eat some fast food and then tell me what he would rate it on a scale of 1 to 10. 9 being the best because anything above a 9 is a once in a lifetime opportunity. That's all I want. Sausage for dinner? No, it's a famous actress. No. Sausage for dinner. I won't be having sausage for dinner. Culver's is I can't. All right. I'm never okay. So there's a body part that I'm going to hear about at some point in my life from now on that I will only ever think of it being called Volvers, right? So I'm just gonna throw that out there right now, just so everyone knows where my brain is at. Secondly, at Culver's, what I'm going to get is I'm gonna get what I get every game day that the Lions play, because the Lions are winless when I do not eat Culver's. I'm going to get their bacon double deluxe value basket. I am going to get crinkle fries with that, a Diet Coke, and in addition to that value basket, I'm going to get a medium curds with ranch, right? I'm going to eat all of that. I'm going to feel bad after. I might, in the middle, feel like I'm going to pass out from the meat sweats, and then I'm going to watch my Detroit football Lions get a dub. So you might get Tekken 8 digitally, so you get it. Oh, if it's cheaper digitally, yeah, that might be worth it. I'm always a little bit skeptical of digital releases, and that's mostly from like the licensure and licensing aspects, because when you get a physical copy, you have like a hard copy of that source code that you could play. But granted, if they shut down the servers, you're probably just playing against the CPU at that point, right? Um, you could play or try Persona 3 Reload for free. Hell yeah. Why not get Game Pass for Palworld? So I got Palworld on Steam. It is available on Game Pass, so if you have Game Pass, like absolutely. And I think if you don't have Game Pass, if you've like never had Game Pass in the past, you can you can like finagle your way into getting like 3 months for free or something like that. I don't know exactly the ins and outs of it. It might be like a promotional thing, but I know you can always get like at least 1 month free. And then I think there's a way to like finagle it so you get a lot more time for free or a lot more time at a significant discount. I don't know how all of that works. I had one of my friends trying to explain that to me. But either way, Palworld's a ton of fun. If you like, so I'm not actually a huge survival games fan, but I do love Pokemon style games, such that I will usually give at least like any Pokemon game, at least a Pokemon style game, at least a try. And I'm actually having a lot of fun with Palworld. You want to read the manual on the way home with your nuggies? Bro, there is no better point of nostalgia than like opening a game box on your way home, sitting in like the passenger or backseat, reading the manual that came with it, and like stopping for some sort of fast food on the way home. That is like just any gamer kid's memory. Like that is a core memory for them. Only games. Xbox are aiming to throw physical out with the next console. Oh, wow. Cadillac lost the Daytona 24-hour today. So that's rough for Lions, Mojo. Why? Wait. Because Cadillac's GM and it's a big three? I mean, is that Cadillac's GM, though, right? Like, Lions, if they're going to be associated with any of the big three, it's going to be Ford. First on race day, baby. Ford. Oh my god, dude, the game smell, the game box smell when you first open it, like the off gassing from the plastics. Let's go. One quid for 14 days is the deal for you. Subscribes to your private Game Pass only games. Oh no. Oh no. Game manuals used to literally be strategy guides. Also, I love game manuals because you can find so many just busted ass like mechanics that were supposed to be in the game and then weren't. Like the manuals for Pokemon Blue and Red had a little chart to indicate what Pokemon types were strong, weak, and ineffective against which other Pokemon types. And that thing is wrong, right? Because I think they said something like Ghost is strong against Psychic, which it was supposed to be. And that's consistent in the manga, that's consistent in the anime, it's consistent in every other generation of Pokemon. But in Gen 1, there was only, I think, one Ghost-type move where the damage could vary, and that was Lick. And it was ineffective against Psychic Pokemon. And every Ghost-type Pokemon was also Poison-type, and Poison was weak to Psychic. So if you had a Psychic-type Pokemon, you were just sweeping everything. All you needed was an Alakazam with Psychic, and then the different special punches, so Fire Punch, Ice Punch, and Thunder Punch, and you could sweep anything. Because they didn't do a physical special split until I think Gen 4. So Alakazam's super high speed and special stat just dumpstered everything. Gen 1 movesets were the dumbest thing. Is it, okay. Oh, Cadillac had the lion stickers everywhere. Okay. And yeah, Sovereign, it's a core memory. I know I got off on a tangent about Pokemon Gen 1 and its player manual and strategy guide, but boy howdy. Core memory. Especially the other thing was like getting a gift of a game. And the same thing, where you were like, I can't play this right now because like I'm at a party or something, or I don't have my Game Boy with me, or I don't have my console with me, but you bet your ass I'm opening this thing right now to make sure that all the stuff's in there, and also look at this game manual. Is it embarrassing your man cuddled you yesterday after work and hung out with you and you fell asleep? He didn't wake you up and just said you sleep like a cute. Why is that embarrassing? That sounds like the best thing ever. You're not an ugly sleeper, and maybe your man is biased, but like, good. It's biased in the perfect way. Lick had 20 attack. Was Dream Eater Ghost? Yeah. Oh my god, if you got a Game Boy for a present and it didn't have batteries, I'm pretty sure you were allowed to do unspeakable horrors to the person that gifted you that Game Boy. You shouldn't be sleeping, but you were hanging out with him. You can't do that, because then, so the thing is, the Game Boy kept Energizer and Duracell alive for sure. Mom, drive faster. The thing about sleeping when you're dead is, if you forego sleep to hang out with someone, your body remembers that, right? One, your mood literally will change based on sleep deprivation, and you don't want that. You want your significant other to like who you are, not who sleep deprived you is, right? So one, you want sleep to make sure that you are being the person that you are when you're around them. Two, your body and your mind subconsciously is going to remember that you were giving up sleep to be with this person. And at some point, I'm not saying it will happen, but there's that chance that you will start to slowly resent that person for taking away the things that your body needs, even though it was your own choice. Because our brains are broken like that. We're not going to blame ourselves when there's someone else that we can blame. So it is better that you fall asleep with that person. Now, if they resent you for falling asleep with them, that at the same time, that's a them issue, right? Like they need to recognize that you were tired. And if they can't recognize that, then they're probably not in a place where they can understand the expectations that they set for others anyway. Sleep is the best. I love some sleep. I say all of that, right? But at the same time, when someone that I care about texts me and I'm asleep and I wake up to a text, I'm like, oh damn, I wish that I were awake when they sent that, right? I don't try to like deprive myself of sleep in the future so that I can be awake, but I'm like, damn, I missed that text, 2 hours ago. I wish that I were up. Maybe I should have been up, right? But I just slept in that day, and it's whatever. Your first console was a Game Boy Advance. First game for it was Power Rangers Wild Force. I never even played Power Rangers Wild Force. I didn't own a Game Boy Advance. I owned a Game Boy Advance SP. Kevin Tetz, you up? I'm not getting you up texts, man. I'm not getting you up texts. When you're sleep deprived, you somehow more impatient. Yeah, dude. Same. I will be cranky. You went to sleep at 4 a.m. because you wanted to watch cars drive around a racetrack. Hey, man, that's fine. You resent your man already. He pays for stuff for you when you tell him not to. You ain't a sugar twink. You work as well. You ain't poor. Is his name Jeffrey? Does he have a yacht? Does he own a platform called Twitch.tv? He has a car. He earns way more money than you, but you work and do uni. Yeah, here's the thing. As long as it's not, because I don't mind spoiling my friends, right? Like I'm not seeing anyone currently, but I also don't mind like spoiling friends, like coming over to their house with like pizza and beer to watch games, like that sort of thing, right? You could pay for bowling. It ain't expensive. Yeah. If you're kind of like in different stages in life and not predatory, it's totally fine. But also Jeffrey Bezos, Jeff and I are just at different stages in life. It's fine. It's not predatory. Jeff and I are cool. Oh my God. Wait, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. When I'm sleep deprived, I will feel myself getting pissy. Like I will feel the thoughts in my head getting more negative, and I just warn people. Like I'll like, if I wake up on the wrong side of the bed or something like that, I try to warn people. I try to let people know ahead of time, and not to excuse my behavior, but just so they can like have that additional filter of like, if he's being kind of shitty today, I need to remember this isn't who he normally is, and he's having an off day. Like I do whatever I can to try to mitigate that myself, like to run that filter through my own thoughts. But sometimes I'm going to say something that I don't necessarily mean, And then if I'm like, if I apologize about it immediately, I would hope that you understand, like, oh no, like this, it was one of those things that just, he told me he was being pissy. He then was pissy and he apologized for being pissy. I can let that go, right? Or if I, if I have a time to, like, if I don't notice it in the moment and I have a little bit of time to reflect on it, I would hope that, again, we can go back and repair that without any issue. I'm seeing multiple people right now. Are chatters nothing to you? Kevin's unionize. Bro, if chatters could unionize, I'd be into it. I'm all about unions. Remember, together we bargain, alone we beg. It's all about unions. Guess you pay him back with your kissable mouth? Hell yeah. Twink boy that gods would love to cuddle. There you go, man. Know your worth. Know your worth. Know your value. Yeah. You like as soon as you realize that you were being shitty, even if you warn people that you might be shitty, you should apologize about it. Last 2 months have been so work focused and uni focused. You're surprised your man is fine with that. I mean, maybe he recognizes that that's what your schedule requires right now for you to be the best you in the future. And you can think of it almost like the time spent with you now is an investment in knowing how capable of a partner you'll be in the future, right? You can't, yeah, it's hard to tell work or uni to F off. So yeah, it might be something like that where, exactly. He knows it won't always be that hectic. He understands. I think you said that you were both working and going to uni full time. So like the two of those together, like understands that is a time commitment and time suck that you don't really have control over, right? Like it's not like you're gaming 12 hours a day and ignoring phone calls, right? You're doing something that is going to better you in one way or another, or at the very minimum is allowing you to maintain the lifestyle that you lead currently. You go to uni full time and work 3 or 4 days, yeah, and you do YouTube every day, right? And like Time Suck coming to theaters this April, starring Justin Timberlake. It's the sequel to In Time. I almost said Just in Time, but I was like, there's no way they named that movie Just in Time. It was In Time. That's it. I did think it was funny that they cast Justin Timberlake in that lead role. Timothy Chalamet the God. So okay, here's the thing. Timothy Chalamet and Megan Thee Stallion. I think it's wild that they both have the same middle name. You speak on text with them every day. I have a few people that I talk to via text like every day. I actually don't talk to a lot of people via phone. Also, Jim Movie Zone. I know you have a different name on YouTube, and I'm not sure how much you do on YouTube, but I am streaming live there. And how much I should say, I don't know how much you view on YouTube, because I know you upload a lot. Like I've seen you put out like 3 and 4 videos in a single day. Timothy Chalamet, what a snobby stick up the ass guy. Oh my God. Joe. Why are we saying Joe? Did I do something? Oh yeah, Joe is hungry. Yeah, I flipped it to Joe's hungry. That's right. Listen, Pirate Software, pretty good looking dude in my opinion. I don't know where y'all are at. The voice of an angel this man has. But we already covered what he was doing out here, right? Yeah, I found your channel. You had shared it in whose chat? Was it? I can't remember if it was Juju's or Pamda's. But you shared it in one of their chats. You said like over here, like over on Twitch, you couldn't use your whole YouTube name, so you shortened it. Yeah, it was in Pam's. Wait, this burrito is controversial on the R Fast Food subreddit? Oh my God. Yeah, you were trying to get to 2000. I think I got you to 2000, or maybe I was like 2001. I think 2000 happened like that night. You're at 2046. Let's go. I think I'm at 16. I'm at 17. Did you just subscribe? Did you just subscribe? Was that you? Yo, you think it's too expensive? You're betting a 5.6? Okay, I haven't seen this one yet, so no spoilers. If you have not been with me, you haven't subscribed yet, you will. All right, then that's just a random human out in the world who was liking what I was doing. This is great. I love this. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. Just like find people like it, and if they want to be in chat, like if they want to interact, they can. I love it. I love the interactions. That's part of the reason why I like doing just chatting streams, is just because I like interacting with folks. I just enjoy it a lot. If you haven't been here when I watch Joe is Hungry, I love this man's content. You have 21 Reverb, you have 21 subs on your YouTube? After I get done streaming, you're about to have 22. I'm going to find it and I'm going to sub. I love this man's content. He does fast food reviews. They're amazing. He has so many cameras. He uses every single one of them. Now, so I am very interested in like the background mysteries about Joe is Hungry, and I will talk through them throughout the video. But one thing I am curious about, he has 3 cameras on his main desk, and then I think he has 3 or 4 cameras in his car. I'm wondering how many of those cameras are repurposed from his desk. Now he should have 18. Let's go. One video you made has 13,000 views. Hell yeah. You hid most of your content. Don't do that. Thank you for the 18th sub. I appreciate it. I don't think it's on there, but that's fine. Man, that's a bummer that you hid most of your content. I would have watched it. But one of the mysteries that I'm wondering about for Joe here is how many cameras he actually owns. Does he own 7? Does he repurpose any of them? How does he get all of that working? You had a video called Ryan Reynolds is Dumb as a Rock. You took it down after it got 300,000 views because there was too much hate on it? Oh my God. Wait, was that a recent one? There was one that you put out about Ryan Reynolds, and I think it was essentially that you said like, he's not as genuine as people think. Oh, it's a very old one. Okay. He's married to your queen, so you love him. Fair enough. I think it was something like that. He's not as genuine as people think. Like he just puts on a persona and gets paid. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds definitely is. Is that the title of it, or is that just like the brief kind of like thesis of it? Scarlett Johansson already hinted at it. Okay. That he's very controlling. Serena van der Woodsen is the true queen bee. I don't know who that is. I don't know who Serena van der Woodsen is the true queen is, but what I can do is I can look that up in the next 3 minutes because I do have to take an ad break to keep the pre-rolls off. But ScarJo is also your queen. He wanted ScarJo to give up her career and be his housemaid and pop babies. Whoa, that's wild. That's wild. ScarJo is also your queen. Okay. Oh, Serena van der Woodsen is Blake Lively's character on Gossip Girl. Got it. She sacrificed her career to be a baby machine for Reynolds. Do they have a lot of kids? I'm also going to look that up in this 3-minute ad break that we do have to take. You're not going to miss anything substantive. I won't start this video until we're all back. I don't have to pee, but I will probably grab some more water. I didn't notice how she doesn't act anymore. I knew that Blake Lively was an actor, and I was like loosely familiar with some of her work, but I didn't like specifically look for any of her stuff. They have like 3 kids, but her career died since she married him. Okay. All right. I'm going to take that break now. If you don't get ads, your secret's safe with me. I'm not telling Jeff. But feel free to like continue to chat if you don't get those ads, because like I said, I don't do anything substantive, so we just kind of hang out. Like I'm not going to start a video. I'm not going to like talk about anything too important, but I'm going to start that ad break now. So I will see you in 180 seconds or fewer seconds than 180. Jeff, this man is stealing from you every penny I can. Scarlett Johansson's career catapulted when she divorced Ryan. Wait, they were actually married? I didn't know that they were married. I know she's married to Colin Jost, right? From Saturday Night Live. All right, got the water. Let's go. They were married for 3 years. Wow. Yeah, I had no idea. Are we getting any ads? Hold up, wait. Okay, I have some ads over here, so maybe some folks are getting ads. Sorry, I was looking for my cat. His name's Flynn. I love him so much. Couldn't find him. He is, if I had to guess, the last time I saw him, he was upstairs in my room, curled up in a cute little ball, right against the heater, like the heating vent. And I think he goes up there because it's like the furthest away from the furnace, but it's still like direct heat. So it's not like a lot of direct heat, but it's direct heat on him. So I think he just goes up there and just absorbs it all like a little heat monster. Love him so much. He's the best. You're getting no ads? Hell yeah, let's go. Again, your secret's safe with me. I'm not telling Jeff. You'd marry ScarJo and then take her to Tokyo and ignore her for a week. You'd marry ScarJo and beg her twin for the sex life? Jesus. ScarJo has a hot twin whose name's Hunter. We are getting out of hand. And then she'd fall in love with Bill Murray. Oh, okay. I'm understanding what's happening now. Okay, so apparently in Australia there's something called a bilby that is like a rabbit-like marsupial. And I am sure that Australia is not real still. And it would be called Lost in Translation. Bill Murray is as broke as Nicolas Cage. No offense to Nicolas Cage. Wait, hang on. Do you not like Bill Murray? I'm fine with you calling him an old soggy ding dong. I think he'd probably agree with that. But do you not like Bill Murray? Bill Murray seems like a nightmare. I'm pretty sure that I've only heard good things about people that have actually interacted with him in IRL. Oh my God. Okay, Bing, Australia's a Benadryl trip. That's probably right. Okay, so Bing, every day, Bing has a daily poll. And today's daily poll is, which city is more musical, Nashville or New Orleans? And that is a good question. And it's a poll, so like it's just your opinion. And I don't know. I don't know which one. Like Nashville has the Grand Ole Opry. Like so much music has come through Nashville. But New Orleans has like so much culture. And I've actually played in a jazz club in New Orleans. And when I was in high school, it was awesome. It was a fantastic experience. But oh my God. Ryan Reynolds gets uglier the older he gets, but Hugh Jackman gets hotter. Hugh Jackman is also using steroids, right? Like, we're all on the same page there. And testosterone does assist, and when I say steroids, I mean likely testosterone replacement therapy to a level that gets him to exceed the average amount of free testosterone that a male his age would have. Gear Team 6, yeah. I'm going to go with New Orleans. Oh my God, 63% of people that took this poll said Nashville compared to 37%. I thought it would be like a 50-50. I thought it'd be 50-50. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? 67 or 63 to 37? What? 37 in a row? No way, dude. No way. Hugh Jackman also thank God dropped his 13-year-old older wife that must have had spiders crawling in her cooch. God, I don't know that you're allowed to say that about people. I don't. Why is that? Why is that a thing, God? Trying to make any music on your way to the parking lot? Exactly. Watch Oliva Enters Wow Factor. Oh, can I watch Oliva Enters Wow Factor? Let me take a look at that. Let me see. Maybe. Olive enters Wow Factor? The kids cartoons? Is this going to be wild? There's a 5-minute episode about all of the ostrich. So, okay, I do want to watch Joe is Hungry first, but I'm going to cue that up because it says it's a kids cartoon and it looks wild. So, Ravi, give me a moment. Give me a little bit more than a moment because this is a 10-minute video and that was a 5-minute video. So it'll be at least 10 minutes, but it's going to be longer than that because I do love me some Joe is Hungry. Older women do be having cobwebs and cobwebs leaves with spiders. It's a fact. Oh no. Your partner's older than you. No spiders confirmed. Hugh Jackman's in Hollywood. He does have so many options. All right, we're going to start with Joe's Hungry here. We got the new breakfast burrito from Wendy's. It's got Cholula hot sauce and bacon. I have had Wendy's breakfast in the past. I didn't hate it. It did have like gravy on there, which was wild. Joe. Let's go. Okay. Oh, wait. Before we do that, I have to mute. There we go. I have to mute the background music. The wedges are good. Oh my God. They're like home fry wedges are good. Oh man, those home fry wedges are good. Oh, we're going to start with a happy birthday for Rachel on 122 HBD. That's a bad unsupported partner. Why would you let your significant other stop you from playing the role? So here's the thing. I mentioned, he's probably never going to admit it, but so many Hollywood actors that need to be like in a ridiculous level of fitness. He quit Wolverine because of her. So many of these Hollywood actors that need to be in like a ridiculous level of fitness for these roles are taking some sort of performance enhancing drugs, whether that is testosterone replacement therapy alone or combined with other gear. I doubt any of them are on something like Trenbolone, but clenbuterol, Anavar, I think all of those things you're going to probably see thrown around. Potentially some SARMs because those aren't quite as, they can be as bad as performance enhancing drugs like steroids, like anabolics, but they are frequently seen as not as bad, like not as many side effects. So it could be a level of like concern for a person's well-being. And I don't think that's outside the realm of your, like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't think that's outside the realm of reasonableness for a partner to think like, for the longevity of yourself and our family, you should really think twice before accepting any more roles of this character, right? So I don't think that's a fair thing. I think if you're set doing something so much, your partner will try to make it possible. I mean, there's not always a workaround, right? Like we could talk about Jack Reacher and Alan Richardson. He had to put on 30 pounds of muscle in I think 8 months, and he had already been regularly working out for I think he said 20 years. The idea that and his livelihood relies on him putting on that 30 pounds, right? I think he said he was like 190 or something like that, and they told him like do not show up to set unless you are in this shape at 220. So if it's like my livelihood relies on me putting on this weight, yeah, man, you're gonna do steroids, right? He would bounce on a casting couch. He reeks of desperate and he wants to make it in Hollywood. He can't even act. I mean, people love him in Reacher, but granted, I think they love him because of his physique, which again goes back to the PEDs. Like I think that's one of the reasons why it's so successful. All right, so Joe out here. Happy birthday, Rachel. Rachel's 51st. Okay, that's cool. Oh my God, I love Joe is Hungry so much. I love him so much. Look at this. I can't do this. Fuzzy Cat Productions. What are we getting? Oh, okay, so we know that there's Belle and we know that there's Priscilla. I think from now on we need to determine whether we're getting B-roll or P-roll footage, right? We got B-roll today. Bella stretch. You're so vicious. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. The world needs people that are going to be like inordinately mean at times. We got the Diet Coke, a staple. Oh, okay. So we got the neon sign up. He got this sign a couple episodes ago. It's up here now. He did have it down here. I think he has decided to hang it here. I like it. Alan Richardson is hot. You would be a Cassie Couch from. My God. All right, so we're back to objectifying.
Hello again, my name is Joe,
It's
and
the
you're
Neon
at the
Burger,
Joe's
yeah.
Hungry channel where we take a single slice of bacon, break it in half, call it two, right here within the city limits of Fairmount, Georgia.
Okay, Joe is coming in hot. He does not like when fast food restaurants say that they are getting like 2 or 4 pieces of bacon, and what they've actually done is taken a standard slice of bacon and just folded it or ripped it in two. All this, let's not be honest. Won't help someone improve or get better at their craft. If you're doing a bad job, tell you so. Yeah. Like buttering someone up. So here's the thing. Some people do well with the quote unquote brutal honesty. I am a firm believer that honesty does not have to be brutal. Constructive criticism is a thing. You don't have to be mean to be accurate. If your opinion is not great, convince you otherwise. Yeah, there's a way. There's also such a thing. Just as there is brutal honesty, I think there's compassionate honesty. I think that you can consider the feelings of someone when you are sharing a real take with them. And sometimes that real take is hard to understand, but having those hard conversations is better for both of the people involved. Right, telling you you're dumb isn't good criticism. Right. That doesn't help you get better. Exactly. But like, when people are like, the truth hurts, sometimes, but it doesn't always have to. Like, you can come away from a conversation wherein you are called out for doing something shitty, feeling better for it, right? Like, someone could tell you, like, hey, what you said about this or that was absolutely was not the right way to go about it. Here's the action you took. Here's the reaction that it received from X, Y, or Z. Here is a way that you could do that in the future that is better. And I totally, I learned, oh shit, I did something wrong. I might feel bad about for a moment, but I was given a way to do something better in the future. Or even if they don't have that, I'm not sure exactly how you could do it better in the future, but I'm sure that there's probably a way if you brainstormed it. Cool. You're right. I actually probably could do that better in the future if I know that it was meant poorly in the past. Tell the truth, but offer constructive criticism. Exactly. That's good. Keanu Reeves, great action stuntman, but he acts as good as a piece of wood. You recommend acting lessons. I don't know if that is... He acts as good as a piece of wood. I don't know that is necessarily constructive criticism. It sounds like it's just a not so hidden insult. If he gave his line some charisma, it would be better. I think if Keanu acted more like Keanu when he was acting, he would probably be a better actor. He puts more emotion behind everything that he does in his real life than he does in his acting. And I think that shows because when he's not delivering lines, he's just being Keanu doing actions. And people love that. People love John Wick. Also, though, people love John Wick because he that dark kind of monotone theme for the movie matches up with his very somber disposition when he's acting. Johnny Silverhands. Dwayne Johnson acts as good as you when you fall asleep and cuddled the other day. Oh no. Yeah, I think we might have different definitions of constructive criticism and compassionate criticism. Dwayne Johnson does feel like he is acting 24/7. If you have ever watched anything that he does on Instagram.
Zoe and Nick, good on you for tying the knot.
Zoe and Nick, Congrats on the nuptials.
Toddy and Julian, Mason, Donald, Robert,
I love that
Deanna,
he
and
just
Gary,
gets
Randy,
wild
Kevin,
shout
Joshua,
outs
and
in there.
Norma, and Jennifer. You know who you are. Happy birthday to each and every one of you. Thanks to everybody that took time to fill out the food poll yesterday, because you're sending me back to Wendy's to check out their limited time offer, the new breakfast burrito, which is thrown together with 2 eggs and seasoned potatoes.
I love
and
it.
according to Wendy's own press release, 6 slices of applewood bacon. I have the links for that in the description below.
Wait. He pulled the, there's no way. He pulled the press release. He pulled the press release and linked it so that you could verify that they said there would be 6 slices of bacon. There's no way. Folks, there's no way. 6 strips of oven baked applewood smoked bacon. Oh my God. Just shoves himself down people's throats. His ego is as big as Liam Neeson's height. Oh, Liam Neeson's. The Rock needs to learn to be more humble. Like, right? Oh, I love me a good Gosling. Yeah, you never want to give Joe. You never want to commit to something in black and white when Joe's around, or black and gray, or white and gray as this is. You never want to commit to something like that with Joe around. Joe's gonna hold you to it, and he will shit on your score if you deviate from that. Pretty sure Vince McMahon was the one accused of doing the shoving. We did talk about that a little bit earlier. If you guys want me to, that was Harvey Weinstein. It was also some Vince. If you guys want me to talk about the WWE stuff, I can. But for right now, it's showtime.
And Wendy's, do you remember the Baconator? I only counted 2 slices of bacon torn in half to make 4 strips. Clearly.
Boom, right there. Also, I forgot. It might be. Yeah, Reverb. That's one of the reasons why I didn't do it, because I was like, that might be toss. I just hiccuped weirdly. I don't know if you heard that, but I'm sorry. You love being torn in half. You can relate. Joe does not like anything being torn in half. I did link the video that we're watching, so go here, subscribe, like, engage with this, drop a comment, whatever you need to do to give this man some engagement on this video, because he deserves every bit of it. You don't like food wet? What? I mean, fair, but what? You're a salt-only guy on food? Oh, okay.
In your description, it says 6 slices of bacon. So Wendy's, shame on you. I'm on to you. This clearly tells us what you...
Joe is making like an uncomfortable amount of eye contact with his camera, as though he is presenting this video to Wendy's themselves. You say a piece of bacon, Joe doesn't want only... Yeah. If you say a piece of bacon, Joe is going to hold you to it if you give him a half a piece of bacon. Where did my mind go? Bro, the last thing you said before, I don't like wet food wet, is I love being torn in half. Where do you think my mind went?
Think of the customers coming through the drive-thru, and hopefully
I'm an
you
innocent
have
flower.
mended your ways and not engaged in any more bacon chicanery. 2 slices
Bacon
of cheese,
chicanery!
cheese sauce on a warm flour tortilla, plus 2 packets of Cholula sauce for those of you who like it hot. Each single order will load a significant 700 calories to your already overloaded diet. I have the stat.
700 calories for one burrito. That's not too aggressive, but that is probably somewhere between 1/2 and 1/3 of the average person's diet, or what the average person should be eating. Most of us in America are real bad about the number of calories that we're taking in. It's a lot.
That's on the screen and in the description below.
2.5 could
Provided they
mean
actually
like
include all the
C3PO.
ingredients,
I don't
like
think that
bacon.
you're a robot,
I mean,
though. I've
all
seen
of
you
it.
on
The
YouTube.
single burrito will take your remaining $4.49, make it a medium combo for $7.48 before taxes in Georgia. Without the serving.
Oh, this is a burrito with bacon. When Joe does the teardown, so Joe's going to do a teardown. Maybe I save it for that.
Weights, which Wendy's has to have to calculate their nutritional information, will have to wait till later in...
Reverb, he called it. He called what we were talking about. They need to have weights in order to calculate their nutritional information, but they refuse to share those weights. He is calling people out now. I love it. Let's go, Joe.
Combo for $7.48 before taxes in Georgia. Without the serving weights, which Wendy's has to have to calculate their nutritional information, we'll have to wait till later in the video when we do the Joe is Hungry weight test and calculate the actual real out-the-door fast food price per ounce. So let's see if Wendy's has mended their ways and roll the drive-thru.
Wait, Wendy's doesn't exist in UK?
Wendy's in Cartersville, Georgia.
Have you? I don't know how much you've traveled. Have you ever been to a Wendy's? The big reveal is going to be nasty. Wait, is it raining? Doesn't he sometimes have a camera outside? I'm pretty sure that he... Oh, no, I think he has a GoPro outside. Those normally have a waterproof casing, so he's probably fine. You have McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, and TGI Fridays. I would not call TGI Fridays fast food. And funny enough, I think they closed a bunch of the TGI Fridays that used to be open by me. Yeah, TGI Friday, like, that's fine. That's going to be some, like, staple American cuisine, like American fare right there. But it's, in terms of, like, what they're offering, probably not terrible. You want to go on a Valentine's date? No. TGI Friday is not a Valentine's date spot. Chicken tenders are good, but you can get like fancy chicken tenders at a better place, probably around the same price. There's one by you. Let's get some. Yeah, like that's the thing is they are microwaving food more than likely back there. Almost guaranteed. They're probably microwaving a lot of it. They have a fryer back there, so like your fries are getting fried, and your like all of the other fried things that they offer, like fried pickles, and I think they have fried pickles still. They used to, I think, unless I'm ascribing fried pickles to a different chain location. Chicken's chicken. You're not a Pasha, you're a streetwalker? Jesus. Oh, it's raining bad in Cartersville. You'd be happy with a McDonald's date? Well, that's cute.
What can I do for you?
Could I get 3 breakfast burritos, the ones with bacon in them?
You want 3 of them?
Yes, ma'am.
And what else is it?
That's
you want
all.
3 of them?
Okay,
I'd love
your
that.
total,
Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at that face. This man ordered 5 breakfast burritos. This is more than a sneakadoodle. Hang on. I want to hear this again.
What can I do for you?
Could I get 3 breakfast burritos, the ones with bacon in them?
You want 3 of them?
Yes, ma'am.
And what else is it?
That's all.
Okay, your total $24.06.
Thank you, ma'am.
Wait, did he? Okay, so we know he drives a manual. Did he just shut his car off? Because he just turned that on. 5, how does he eat all that? I don't think he does eat all of it. So we're going to see a few things. I think he eats 1, maybe 2. And then he so he eats 1, right? I think he eats 1. And then later on, he eats 1, maybe 2. You know why Joe is hungry? Because Joe is wasteful. That's what it is. So there are some that he absolutely eats. But I think based on this, we're going to learn that there's like at least 1 that he throws away. 6 minutes.
Hey, can you pull it straight up for me and I'll bring it out to you? We waiting on 2 more burritos.
Would I got to sit in that penalty box over there?
Just pull it straight up.
Thank you.
I gotta pull in that penalty box.
Oh my goodness. Here we are again.
Your white car is real loud, so you turn it off and drive. Okay,
maybe
that makes sense.
Maybe they're gonna cook some fresh bacon. Who knows? Joe is Hungry on YouTube.
Yeah, you was out here.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Take care, man.
All right. I remember you. That's why I asked.
Joe knows.
I've got my burritos. Let's pull off to the side and do the Joe is Hungry temperature test.
I love this man.
I've got
He's
my
doing a
burritos.
shout out. He's doing a
Let's
shout
pull
out
off
right
to
here.
the
Watch.
side And do the Joe is Hungry temperature test.
Holy shit, I love that. I love that so much.
Burrito number 1 is 163.8 degrees.
That's good. That's a Joe approved temp.
Fahrenheit. Breeder number 2 is 142.7 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's not a
Breeder
good.
number 3 is 143.4
That's not a
degrees
good.
Fahrenheit.
For Wendy's, that's actually not too bad of a temperature. Guys, you're kind of getting my hopes up here a little bit because Wendy's, Cartersville, you passed. The Joe is hungry temperature test. Now it's time to warm up the scale.
So I know that he likes it to be. He prefers his food to be hot, like around 160s. He'll pass anything. I think that's above like 140. But I'm surprised that he is passing them when they're so inconsistent.
Scales, sharpen the knives, head back to the studios and do the Joe is hungry weight test. And as we do every time we do our videos, we take off
Right,
for the
20
weights
degree
of the
variance.
packaging. In other words, we set the chair on the scales.
I still don't understand what that means. If anyone knows what we set the chair on the scales means, let me know because I don't know what it means. Wait. Did that one have... I think that one had a hole in it. So maybe that was... Does he temp test the Sneakadoodle? If it's got a hole in it, if he stabbed a hole in it, that's a temp test. That's a temp test wrapper. Your fears there won't be many cuts because he's so mad? Maybe. There's a possibility. But I still think if he, like... Even if he's pissed about something, like how much bacon or something like that there is, I still think that if he likes the food itself, like if it doesn't taste bad, I still think we get a lot of cuts.
Breakfast burrito number 1 weighs in at 10.00 ounces.
10 ounces.
Breakfast burrito number 2 weighs in at 9.80 ounces.
That's good.
Breakfast burrito number 3 weighs in
That's
at
less good.
9.30 ounces or 260.
I think he's going to say that I think they're going to pass the weight test because they don't have their own serving weights published. But he might ding him a little bit because that's what I mean that's not an insubstantial variance.
63 grams. The weights are pretty close. They didn't really do too bad. So today, Cartersville, Wendy's, you pass the Joe is hungry consistency weight test without any serving weights to work with.
Okay,
There's
Wendy,
really
what are you
not
doing?
much I can
It
do
was it's
except
almost
add 'em all
10%,
up,
but
average them out, and you come up with a actually fairly decent price of 46 cents an ounce. And
46 cents an
We're not
ounce?
going to be counting bacon today. You are sadly mistaken because now it's time to do the Joe is hungry big reveal.
Okay, Joe is not only going to be hungry, but Joe is going to be counting. He's going to be counting that bacon when he unwraps this thing that is going to look absolutely gross on the inside. This might be toss here. This is NSFW. We're going to have a bad time watching this. I'm sorry in advance. I can't do any content warning. Oh my God. Not safe for life. He's doing the nod and the twirl. Joe has absolutely no sense of self-preservation. He was winging that thing around while nodding.
This is what it looks like when you get it out of the drive-thru.
Yeah, be careful,
and
Joe.
This is what it's actually supposed to look like.
I would not
This
want
is what
my
it looks
I would
like.
not want my
And
burrito
this
to
is what
like
Wendy's would have you
be
believe
spilling
it's
out.
going
I would
to
call
look
that a
like
wrap.
when you get it. We've seen what it looks like. We saw what it was supposed to look like, and we saw how much it was, and it's actually fairly reasonable. However, when I did the reveal, I noticed that there was only 2 slices of bacon torn in half, just like the Baconator. Wendy's,
I should call
I
her.
don't
Oh
think
my
this is a
God.
one-up. I think this comes from on high. You shouldn't be putting out press releases that say you have 6 slices of bacon and
6 strips of oven-baked applewood smoked bacon. Oh, but they do say the same amount of bacon found on the iconic Baconator, which means Joe should have known. Joe should have expected.
give me this.
That's a bad PR person. Oh
But I
God.
really can't
Why
pass
would he flop
judgment
it back like
because
that?
I have one more test to do, and that would be the Joe is hungry bite test. So it is bite test, engage.
Okay, how many? I did Joe dirty. I did Joe so dirty right here. How many cuts do we get? That's what she said. I did Joe dirty right here. You got 12. I'm gonna go 13. I'm gonna go one more. Joe Movie Zone, if you're here still, you got a guess as to cuts? We know this man loves to cut from camera angle to camera angle. I got Reverb's got this is absolutely the best part. This is 100% the best part. And I kind of like it because guessing the specific number, it's almost like playing the lottery, right? Like, what are the odds that you're actually gonna get it? 1 in 13, because you like there's a realm of like reasonable and then a realm of unreasonable, right? So there's like 13 different spans of cuts where you might get it right. You might as well just like, you think it's 1 in 30? I don't know if it's that many. There's probably actually a way to like calculate that, but I don't know. I'm assuming that we're stripping away the unreasonable numbers, but even some of those unreasonable numbers might end up being reasonable. Like, we only had one that was only 9 cuts, and I would have said anything below 11 is absolutely out of the question. All right, so we got 12 and 13. Let's see. What is this music? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh my God, Joe is so bad. We are back. 18 cuts. Joe is so back. He is so back. We were at like 9. We had like a 14. I was thinking we were trending downward. We are at 18. Jover, not anymore. Joe is back, baby. He is so back.
A few more potatoes. Otherwise, it's not a terribly executed traditional Southwest breakfast burrito. I believe the egg is actually freshly cracked. You can see and taste the yolk, and I even got a few eggshells in it. The bacon,
oh, that's not good, Joe. Joe, that's not a good part of a review.
That's not. And taste the yolk, and I even got a few eggshells in it.
You see that smirk? You see that smirk that he gave too? He knew what he was doing. He was like, I'm going to give him a compliment. Backhanded.
Bacon, what bacon there is actually crisp and salty. Is this thing just as good when you get it home? Well, to figure that out, we're going to have to peer into the shadows and see what past tense Joe has to say about it, and do the Joe is hungry sneak-a-doodle.
Do we get some banter between past Joe and present Joe? I hope so.
Bite. Sneak-a-doodle bite number 1. Sneak-a-doodle bite number 2.
I think he's too relaxed. Look at him.
Sneak-a-doodle bite.
Oh no, he's gonna do some shit. Oh, he's not doing some shit. This is the Shadow Realm Joe.
I thought you were gonna do just one.
Oh, we got it!
3 bites this time. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
Bite me.
I can taste the bacon.
So, there was the point. There's the point. We got the point. It's kind of a lazy point, but watch. Right there.
Sneak-a-doodle bite number 1.
We got a little bit of a lazy point.
Sneak-a-doodle bite number 2. Sneak-a-doodle bite number 3.
I thought you were gonna do just one.
Well, I'm taking 3 bites this time. I'm sorry if you don't like it.
I love it so much.
Putz. I can taste the bacon. I can actually taste the eggs. Could be a little bit warmer, a little bit more seasoning. So let's move on with this video.
The internal banter is so good. It's so well done. Like Deadpool style breaking the fourth wall. Yeah, I mean, except his whole thing is breaking the fourth wall. It's like he's like breaking a fifth wall that he invented just to break. It's so good.
Well, there's one thing I really don't see eye to eye on Shadow Joe's assessment. I think the seasoning on this is just fine. I think all the flavors actually work very well together.
Listen, it's what our bodies have to make, and sometimes it feels awesome. So, no apologies necessary. You can break your walls, you don't even care.
But we do agree on that this thing only travels moderately well. I wouldn't let it sit around for more than about an hour because the bacon starts
more than
losing
about
its
an
crispness
hour.
and it starts falling apart. So with that being said,
An
it's time to
hour?
give this thing a score. If you don't know,
Who's traveling an hour for Wendy's?
Anything above 9's a once in a lifetime experience and almost never achieved. 5 and down, is that all too familiar? Slippery slope to the pits and depths of fast food hell. So now it's time to give this the score that it truly deserves.
Okay. Bro, yeah, traveling with a burrito for an hour sounds like a nightmare. You think it's a 5.2? Okay, all right, here's the thing. He likes the value. The weights were close enough. It passed the temperature test. He actually had some complimentary things to say about the taste. But the bacon, dude, the bacon lies. The bacon lies, I think, are really going to come back to bite him. I'm gonna say he goes with like a 6-1, saying that it might have even reached into the 7s if they were honest about the bacon. You hate traveling? Yeah. I don't mind traveling. I hate driving. Unfortunately, I live in a place where we don't really have any good public transit options. So I have to drive, but I hate driving. All right. I'm going to go 6-1. Reverb's 5.2. This is maybe the biggest difference that he and I have ever reached. Jim Movie Zone, you gotta guess here. He does do points, and I don't think I've ever seen him do just. Actually, no, I think I've seen him do a flat number once, but he even said like I think it was a 5.0, and he was like 5.0. So feel free to throw in a guess here. Anything lower than a 5 is a slippery slope to the depths of fast food hell. Anything above a 9 is a once-in-a-lifetime experience and almost never achieved. So you kind of know where we're looking at. Let's see where we get to.
I like this burrito. I like the price. I was fully prepared to go high 6s, low 7s. Maybe even a little bit higher. I don't know. But Wendy's, you cheated me on the bacon. It's like the pretzel baconator all over again.
Holy shit.
I just can't let that go.
Holy shit.
So today,
holy
Wendy's,
shit.
I'm gonna have to go 3.5.
No, what the
number?
What?
This is my review.
No!
I hope to see
3.5?
you in the next video.
Joe's a madman. 3.5? 3.5? Wendy's just got shredded for lying about bacon. Again. I can't even, what? Oh my God, I had everything right. I had it all right. I had everything right. I can't even, are you kidding me right now? Hang on, I gotta turn this down because I think I got my volume way too high on this side viewer. I had everything right. I had everything right, and they indicted the breakfast burrito. Oh my God, I had all of the reasoning. Everything was on point. Everything. He said high 6s, maybe low 7s, and cut the score in half. What am I doing with my life? What am I doing with my, all right, hang on. That is a 3.5 point penalty. So it's either a 3.5 point penalty or it's a 50% penalty. And I don't know that we'll be able to figure out which one that was. You do not lie to Joe. He will link your press release in the description and then call you on your shit. Do not lie to Joe. Oh my God. That is such a high penalty. That is an egregious penalty. All right. We had Revi and Serrana who wanted me to watch this Olive the Ostrich, Olive Enters Wow Factor cartoon. So I'm gonna do that. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is. But we're gonna watch it together. It's a 5-minute video. I'm into it. I'm not into it, right? I have no idea what to expect from this. This is not pre-watched. It does say that it's a kid's cartoon, so it's Olive pops up in a TV studio filming the Wow Factor. 2 pink flamingos, Stacy and Tracy, are singing badly on stage. It's a brand new YouTube channel for kids packed with engaging stories, so I have no idea. I don't know what I'm reacting to, but Ravi and Serrano wanted me to watch it, so we'll do it. I'm gonna just as per usual. I'm posting the video in the chat. I don't know what. I am blown away by Joe. Joe has no space for liars. We need regulatory bodies in the food service area. Yeah, we need regulatory bodies in the food service area, like the Federal Department of Agriculture. You can't say that you're going to have 18 burger patties and then deliver a sandwich with 2 patties. I think that would be a crime, right? I think that, but honestly, really, yeah, enjoy 6 pieces of bacon, store availability. Honestly, yeah, they specifically say 6 pieces. Now, here's the thing. I am fully on board with the fact that they took 2 pieces of bacon and tore it in half, called it 4. That is disingenuous. What is a piece? Exactly. That's where I'm getting at, Reverb. I would be much more forgiving if they had 3 full pieces of bacon that they had torn in half to make 6. I would be way more forgiving. Because at least then you hit 6. You hit the number 6. Maybe it's a little dishonest in the fact that in hitting 6, you took what everyone thinks of as a piece and only used half of that to get your 6. But you at least hit the number 6 of whatever it was you were providing. Also, what I think happened, so I think Joe gets 5. I thought he did 2 different orders. He doesn't. He does 1 order. I think he got 5. He got 3 to take back to the studio. He got a sneakadoodle. And then he had 1 more for the big reveal. So for make it back to the studio. I think he does I think he has 1 sneakadoodle food, 1 big reveal, and 3 use for the bite test, use for the weights, everything like that. In defense of Wendy, they didn't advertise 6 full-length strips of bacon. Right, but they did say 6 strips of bacon. Right? So I think that if you say 6 strips of bacon, you gotta have the number 6. Lamar Jackson's a freak. Oh man, I'm not watching it right now, but that makes me nervous. Yeah, you gotta have 6 pieces. You gotta have 6. Whatever it is. If you advertise 6, you gotta have 6, right? Okay, Olive the Ostrich, Olive Enters Wow Factor. I think it's a singing competition, so we're gonna check that out now. If they are singing, okay, one thing. If they're singing copyright protected content, I'm gonna have to stop it. Fair? But otherwise, let's check it out. I have this muted because I wasn't sure what to expect.
She lives with her family in the outback.
Oh, they're Australian.
Different. Olive's dad loves to run.
Is a Lalmar a thing?
Olive
You can
is a
make
fast
it.
runner.
You can make it one.
Olive
Olive the Australian ostrich. Let's go.
enjoys laying huge eggs.
What?
Olive doesn't like the look of that at all. Olive's little brother pecks at the ground to find tasty roots to eat, pecking at the ground
Do
makes
olives-
Olive sneeze.
Do olives eat, or do ostriches eat
incredible
roots?
imagination. So while the rest of her
Toss-
family
yeah,
are
bro.
running, pecking, and laying eggs, Olive can be found imagining
Brother,
herself
what are those
going
eggs?
on amazing adventures when she buries her head down into the sand.
Do they do something in the sand, or do they just like hang out down there? I want that skateboard. Those
Until
eggs
she
are from
popped up
rabbits.
somewhere new.
Bro, those eggs are from Pals, okay? Those eggs are from Pals and Palworld.
Olive was standing by a stage in a
Wait. So Olive buried her head in the sand and then popped up in a studio?
studio with a cheering audience. She was wearing a pink skirt and top. On stage, 2 flamingos were dancing and singing.
I want everyone to know I have ruined my YouTube algorithm with that like.
Yeah, we'll give you a wink when the super goes.
Okay, this says that they are singing badly, but I sound like at least one of these flamingos. I'm not gonna say which one. They bury their head ground taps for their egg. Huh. That's actually super interesting.
Like to wear pink. Yeah.
Olive could see 3 judges. One of them was a big bull wearing a dark suit. His name was Moo Man Cowbell.
Super Feathers.
Moo Man
That was
Cowbell.
A terrible performance.
Actually,
Absolutely
perfect name.
awful.
Perfect
The
naming
crowd
convention, no
began to
notes.
boo.
And to rotate
Super
their eggs.
Feathers
So
did
they
not
so they
look
bury
happy.
their
You
eggs
sounded
in the ground as
okay,
well.
But the other one, my pet cat has a better singing voice.
Oh, he's not a very nice bull.
If you've got any chance of winning the wow factor, you Super Feathers need to shape up before your final performance.
What was his name? Bullhead Moo Man or Bull
I
Cow
could
Moo Man?
help.
Thought Olive and followed the girls as they went backstage.
Judging by a quick
Yoo-hoo! Can I
juggling.
come in? My name's Olive.
Yeah, all right there. My name's Stacey and this is Tracy. How's it going, Olive?
Oh, Tracy, what's wrong with your voice?
Got this cold, haven't
Magma Giant, this is Olive the Ostrich. Olive enters Wow Factor. Someone over on YouTube asked me to watch this. I'm not sure why, but I'm doing it. We're watching. It's a kids cartoon. It's only 5 minutes, so I figured why not. Also, welcome in, man. Lamar's the best quarterback in the NFL. Reverb, are you sure about that? I don't know that he's necessarily quite quarterbacky enough. God, man, I hate people and their stupid, vaguely, like thinly veiled, idiotic takes.
No, I can hardly speak, let alone sing. That's why we got.
Okay, so Tracy has got
it's the
a
final
cold.
soon. We're never going to win with Tracy sounding so rough.
Olive looked down and saw that she was wearing the same pink costume as Tracy and Stacey.
Well, that's a coincidence.
My pink costume? Your pink costumes?
Those are not the
I
same.
think I may have an idea.
Those are not
I
the
could
same.
join Super Feathers and sing instead of you, Tracy. I'd fit right in. I'm a very good singer.
Great idea, but you'll need to learn our dance routine and song super fast.
Stacey and
Okay, I will say, the voice acting, Tracy sounds like they have a cold. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good I've got a cold voice. So if the voice actor didn't have a cold, solid. Good performance. Passing.
Tracy got to work teaching Olive the song and the dance routine. It was hard work.
It does
and
strike
Olive
me
had
as
to learn
wild
it
that they would
really
just
quickly.
Very
soon there was a
agree to
knock
let
on
this
the dressing room
person
door.
take their place. What is that, man? That is a cat. That is a cat with like leopard spots. I got scared. That is definitely a feline with spots like a leopard. I see that now. I understand.
It's darlings.
Okay, you ready?
This
Olive?
art style
Tracy's
is
I'll ever be.
interesting, but I
Olive
understand
Super Feathers
it. Right? Like I
began
get
their
it.
performance.
Yeah. We'll give you a wink with a Super Feather
Wait.
girl.
Oh, so Tracy is not.
At first, it was
Tracy's-
going really well.
Tracy's
Olive
not
sang
singing.
with Stacey, and Tracy mimed along to the words. But as Olive danced, she got so carried away.
Does Tracy have a bum knee? I think Tracy may have a bum knee because Tracy's leg has not straightened, whereas both Olive's and Stacy's legs perfectly straight.
Singing the song that she went in the wrong direction and she danced right off the front of the stage. Olive went flying.
Did she Did she hit a bakar? Do olives do that? Or olives? Do ostriches do that? I keep calling olive the ostrich. An olive instead of an ostrich. Olives don't make sounds because they're olives.
And landed sitting in Moo Man Cowbell's lap.
Moo Man Cowbell. I love him so much.
But Olive carried on and managed to finish the
I
song.
literally called this guy Bull Cow Moo Man instead of Moo Man Cowbell. My brain.
That was an
my brain
utterly,
ruined that.
Completely, totally.
Let's go, Moo Man.
Amazing performance. No one's had the courage to jump in my lap before. Super Feathers, you are this year's Wow Factor winners.
All right, so here's the thing.
You really saved the day.
Yay,
Is there
Super famous.
is there a moral to this story, or is it like just for entertainment?
But I think you girls are going to be
If there's a moral, what do we think it is?
superstars.
They all laughed. And as they did, Olive realised it was time to go.
Typical Olive,
How did-
daydreaming again.
How did
Said
Olive
their mum.
Lamar should become a running back as the
I
moral?
hope the
Yeah.
Super
Oh
Feathers
my
win
god,
Wow
dude.
Factor.
That's
Your head's been in the sun too long.
that's so
dear.
egregious.
Said Olive's dad. Her little brother laughed. But Olive wasn't listening. She was already dreaming of her next big adventure.
Okay, so are all of these? So are all of these just daydreams of Olive's? I don't know what we're doing here. I didn't hate that. That is kind of cute for kids. It's short. And it perpetuates the continued breakdown of our society's collective attention span. So, like, that's fine. The question is, do we watch more Joe or do we get into some conspiracy theories? That's a question. Also, Magma Giant, I like that you came in at the exact point at which I was like, I don't know what we're watching, but it was requested. So I know that whoa, wait, whoa, what? Joe had, hang on. Joe did a costume change? Joe, wait, hold up. So Joe used to, what? Okay, hang on. Were these winter months? No, it's winter right now. What am I saying? That was from a year ago. Maybe it was winter months. He went from like black button down tee to red and black flannel. Oh! Joe's big on plaid. Joe is chilly. Joe is casual. Joe said even the second button on your shirt is a option, suggestion. Not required. No shirt, no shoes, no service. No one said it had to be buttoned. What? Okay, how far back do we want to go here? Joe has been making these for 2 years, and I love it. Yo, wait, do we do a Fazoli's? Wait. Oh no! I kind of want to do Joe is hungry. Olive Garden versus Fazoli's lasagna challenge. Bro, this is going to be a totally different style of video. It's going to be totally different. It's got to be, right?
No living being should ever.
It's got to be different, right? It's got to be. Okay, we didn't even get a chance to figure out if we were getting Priscilla or Belle. We got Belle. We got B-roll. Okay. Oh God, I love this so much. All right. Copying that. We're going to send that over. Folks, as you know, I throw the video links in chat so that you can visit those same links. You can interact with this in whatever manner you feel is appropriate, right? They have made this content for us to enjoy, interact with it, engage with it, pump those numbers, right? You got to pump up those numbers. Those are rookie numbers. And Joe is no rookie, so let's get those numbers up. All right. Joe is hungry. Who makes the best lasagna? I don't know. Oh my God, the number of cuts. We're going to get so many cuts. We're going to get so many. Yes, reverb. Exactly. We're going to get so many cuts here. And is he going to give a score to both, or is he just going to like name a winner? What are we looking at here? We got to get to the rules. We got to see if he outlines the rules. What the hell? This bro, every time I watch videos from 2 years ago and I am amazed by his editing. Oh my God. Okay. 183. This is over 200 episodes ago. He's got his channel up in the back. I love it. I love it. Also, the center camera is much more zoomed in on him. He does not have the wide angle that captures all of everything happening around him. We've got only a couple boxes up here. He is building out the studio. I actually kind of love seeing like old school Joe. I kind of love this.
I'm Joe, and this is the Joe is Hungry channel.
What in the world?
Today, I'm going to pit Fazoli's baked lasagna against Olive Garden's lasagna classico. I like Fazoli's.
Okay, so yeah, a couple things. I think Joe I think when Joe edits, this is probably how fast Joe talks. I would guess when he is actually making the video. And then he goes back and speeds it up, puts it at like 1.1 or 1.2 speed. Because this is like, wow. I love this like class. Okay, Joe's getting the lasagna classico. We're getting the Joe classico. You know what I'm saying? This is great.
Fazoli's moved in the area. Olive Garden was always my go-to place to get my dose of lasagna. But Fazoli's, they're closer. They have a drive-through. They cook everything hot and fresh, and I really like their pasta. So
I also love all of those things from Fazoli's. Okay, wait. Are we still using this webcam? We might have a different webcam setup now. That's a diet. Okay, that's a diet, folks. Look at all of those mounts. Joe has no qualms giving us a full look at the studio.
less talking, more eating. Let's start this review at Olive Garden in Kennesaw, Georgia. So let's go ahead and get our food and do the Joe is Hungry temperature test.
Okay, we're going to do the Joe is Hungry temperature test. Great. Also, I realized 2 years ago, where are we at on this? Do we get a specific date? May 27th, 2020, March 27th, 2021. So I think around March 27th, 2021, people were still a little bit concerned about COVID. So we're probably not entirely out of the woods as it relates to in-person interactions, which also probably explains why Joe is going in on a takeaway sort of scenario. That was so fast. It was so fast.
This thing comes in at 140.5 degrees Fahrenheit. I would have thought it might have been a little bit hotter than that.
Joe likes his food hot.
It is within the bounds of the Joe is Hungry temperature test. So let's head on to Fazoli's in Cartersville, Georgia.
Fazoli's in Cartersville, okay. So Joe doesn't have a problem with Cartersville, but he does have a problem with some of the establishments in Cartersville, like Wendy's. Oh my God, Joe is excited. Joe is hype. Let's look at this face. Look at this. Look at that. That is a genuine smile. That man is thrilled to be getting some Fazoli's. We're only getting a one and done on the temperature test.
This thing comes in at a scorching, freshly cooked 100.
I don't know that I would call that scorching. Joe likes his food around 160 or higher, and he has just pierced the shit out of that container. That container is no longer containing anything.
52.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Way to go, Fazoli's. You got it right.
you win the Joe is Hungry
You win!
temperature test.
It's not only a pass-fail, it's also a win-loss.
Further evaluation and more scrutiny, and to finish this comparison up and put this question to rest, we're heading back to the studios of Joe is Hungry, located in my semi-adopted hometown of Fairmount, Georgia. Today,
Semi-adopted, I love it.
Olive Garden's baked lasagna classico to the drive-through lasagna you get at Fazoli's, and they call that baked lasagna. The Olive Garden lasagna consists of multiple layers of pasta, Parmesan mozzarella, pecorino and Romano cheese, homemade meat sauce, and a pan
I love it. I love him having
Italian sausage.
the content
With
just
each order,
rolling in the
you get
background.
an order.
It's literally facing us. Like he still rolls his own content in the background, but he no longer has the monitor so egregiously like placed behind him. I love it.
Of
I love
lasagna,
this.
super salad, 2 breadsticks, and there's no drink included. You don't really have a choice. You can't get it cheaper by getting rid of the sides, so that's just the way I got it. And each one of these will set you back $15.79 before taxes, and it weighs in at 940 calories. If you want to see the stats, I have them on the screen and in the description below. The Fazoli's baked lasagna consists of layered pasta, meat sauce, mozzarella, and provolone cheese. Each one of these will set you back $7.99 before taxes, and of course, it comes with a couple breadsticks. The calorie rating on this dish is 710 calories. I have the stats.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised at the calorie counts on some of these. They're not like some of the stuff that I would expect to be like way up there, like in the 1,000 range. Only at like 710. That's not bad.
And in the description below. Now, if you want to make
that's a ton of sodium though. Holy shit!
$2.99 extra. You get your choice of side Caesar salad.
I just like my brain was computing those numbers and just saw 1950
pepperoni pizza.
Super salad,
for a grand
baby.
Total
Super
of
salad.
$10.99 compared to the $15.99 that you'd have to shell out at Olive Garden. Before I go any further.
Okay, wait. Joe, like, he slowly picks it up through this video. He started at like that slow, like steady cadence, and now he's starting to get amped. I think he's getting excited. I think he's getting hyped for the weight. He's getting hyped for the taste. 14-7 chefs, let's go.
I'd like to say a couple things about the presentation at Olive Garden. You have it in a big plastic container, and you got that slippery slidey thing going on.
The slippery slidey thing.
You can, but at Fazoli's, it's packed tightly into an aluminum container. You can't microwave it, but it is surely.
In fairness, he did blow the shit out of that container by stabbing it with a thermometer. It's a lot of sodium. No wonder he's sleepy.
A lot easier to handle and holds its heat a whole lot better.
Wait. Has the nickname Sleepy Joe always been about Joe is Hungry?
Comparison weight test. We'll start off with Fazoli's and see just exactly how much they weigh. Fazoli's weighs in.
Wait. Okay, so hang on. So even he had to have gotten at least 2 of each. He had to have gotten at least 2 of each because we had a number on here. Minus 0.55 ounces. That's got he accounted for the packaging. So in other words, he set the chair on the table, on the scales. Chair on the table. What the hell am I saying? I don't know what that means. I still don't know what that means. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna have to look that up hard. Anyway, he had to have gotten a second one here too, but he's only using. Yeah. Our guy dropped like 100 bones on lasagna for one video.
Fazoli's weighs in at 1 pound.
1 pound of layered pasta.
Olive Garden weighs in at 1 pound. 2.95 ounces. So I'm going to go ahead and call this one for Olive Garden. So the next thing we're going to do is the Joe's Hungry Big Reveal. And we're going to start off with Olive Garden.
Oh, okay, all right. This is where we're getting them style points. Let's go. The vintage Joe. Oh my God. He does a solid cross section. He didn't. Okay, so a couple things. One, all right. A few things that I want to point out. One, my man's just digging his finger into this pasta. He does not care. Doesn't give a shit. And that's for you. That's for you and that's for me. He is digging his finger into the pasta for our benefit. Yeah, this is a throwback Joe back. 2, I cannot express how thankful I am to Joe that he did not do a layer by layer unveiling for this reveal. Because I would have had to call it. Like, I would have just had to call straight. I would have been like, sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm out. This is all booty at this point. Yeah, thank you, Joe. I hate that. Holy shit. Oh, my God. All right. Let's see here. I got to get back to this point. All right.
This is what it looks like.
Wait. Did Joe do his own sneakadoodle? My man is chewing. Look at his face.
This is what it looks like.
Either he was chewing or he was warming up them chops for some talking, right? I've done it. I've been like, unique New York. Red leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather. Right? Yeah, my man's sneakadoodling, but it's a chewadoodle. Just right behind the container. Right in front of our faces behind the container. The arsonist had oddly shaped feet. Yeah. The Human Torch was denied a bank loan.
And this is what it is supposed
Oh
to
my God, the Photoshop on that.
look like.
I would eat the shit out of that lasagna.
Next, it's time for Fazoli's.
I do love some good lasagna though. Hang on real quick. Joe's going to hit himself in the shoulder with this, and he's going to maintain character. And again, that's for us. It's for our benefit. Commitment to the bit. Commitment. I don't hate it. I don't hate the look. Oh, that's a clean looking lasagna cross section.
This is what it looks like. And this is what it is supposed to look like. This is what it looks like, and this is what it's supposed to look like.
Both of those look
say
very
so
good.
Myself, I think Fazoli's is giving Olive Garden a run for their money, even though they're a couple ounces larger and they got a kind of a pretty looking salad with it. But we don't really know anything yet because we haven't done the definitive and final Joe is Hungry bite test. So it's Fazoli's bite test. Engage.
Okay. Do we want to do combined cuts or cut by section? And this is 2 years ago. I have no idea what to expect from these cuts. We're gonna think about that when we take a quick 3-minute ad break to keep these pre-rolls off. So we're going to no, we're not going to do 3 minutes because I have to go pretty soon. So we're going to do 1 minute to keep the pre-rolls off, right? 35 combined cuts. Ravens fumbled, Chefs recover. Okay, we're going to do a 1 minute ad. I'll be back in 60 seconds. Because I'm going to have to go shortly after this so that I can get my Culvers and get ready to watch the Lions win the NFC Championship in the year of our Lord 2024. I will be back in 60 regular timed but feeling shorter seconds. I also got to stretch a little bit, but the pants that I'm wearing are not made for stretching. I bought these pants. I went to a theme park that was like themed for like spellbinding Dungeons and Dragons type nerdy shit. Which I'm totally into. Like I say nerdy, like I say nerdy shit not as a pejorative. Like I liked it a lot. And I dressed up as a rogue, so of course I had to have like all black everything, right? So I got these pants, and they're pretty comfortable. Oh, that was a good pop in my knee. I got these pants. They're pretty comfortable, and But they're not like full on going out pants. So I do use them to work out in. The only problem is they're a little tight right around the lower hip, like right where the hip meets the thigh, you know? All right. Reverb says 35 combined cuts. I think combined cuts is a good way to do it because you can't, like, we'll get through Fazoli's and we might be way ahead, right? And then he dips real low on Olive Garden because he doesn't like it. It does seem that Joe does fewer cuts on dishes that he doesn't like. Now, what I'm going to say is I'm going to go with 32 combined cuts because I think he's going to try to even them out. He's so fast and loose. He is. He does play it very fast and loose. I think if Joe is one thing, Joe is just as honest as he is willing to. He just gave 18 to a 3.5. Fair. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. He did give 18 cuts to a 3.5. But I think Joe is going to try to, like, Joe is going to come at this and try to be as fair as possible. So he's going to give them equal cuts. And I think equally he will give them each 16 cuts. So I am going 32 combined. I don't hate 35 as a guess, but I had to go with something even because I thought that he would give the same number to both. So that's the type of, like, that's one of those points that Joe would be like, this is about integrity. And if I'm going to have integrity in my comparison here, I got to have the same number of cuts. All right. This face, though, he's not expecting. He likes Fazoli's, but I don't think he's expecting a lot from this lasagna. Look at that face. Look at that face. 1. Wait. We got a cut. We got cuts and cuts. We got cutception. Hang on. Do we count those? Investigative journalism. Oh my God, dude. Okay, wait. I think we count these, right? These cuts in the cut, right? Like in the same camera angle. We're not just cutting cameras. He's cutting angles like on the same camera. Cut's a cut. Yeah, cut's a cut. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's a cut. 5, that's a cut. 6, that's definitely a cut. 7, it's a cut. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Olive Garden. Bite Test Classico Engage.
So we had 12. We had 12 for Fazoli's. Bite Test Classico. Oh my God. 1, 2. Oh no, it fell. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The cuts and cuts is throwing me. 8, 9, 10, 11. Was that 11? I think that was 11.
Well, here's my verdict on this. Olive Garden.
Brother, we were both way off. We had 23 total between the two. It's all Jover for both of us.
They had a little problems with presentation. It wasn't as hot as I thought it should be when it came out because I didn't waste any time getting out to the car and sticking that thermometer in it. Fazoli's, I always have trouble holding it. I always burn my hands with it, and it's definitely passed the Joe's Hungry Heat test.
I love that.
There seems to be a little bit more meat in the Olive Garden. The cheese had a little bit more flavor to it. Fazoli's tomato sauce is a little more tart. It stands out a little bit more. Really nothing bad to say about Fazoli's. I really like Fazoli's. Plus, look at the price. It's a much better value. And I can just go to the drive-thru and pick that sucker up, and I'm on my way home, and I'll be able to eat it hot when I get home. Can't say that about Olive Garden, because look at it. It was cooled off by the time I got it out. I would definitely have to reheat that when I got to the house. But Olive Garden gives you this Gigando salad with it.
Gigando!
And that kind of makes up for it.
Jogando!
Got the breadsticks here. Oh, the Fazoli's breadsticks are awesome. Oh my.
Oh man, I love that he was just like, got the breadsticks here, chomp. Just fucking sending it.
Goodness. They're buttery. They're tender. Olive Garden breadsticks, a little dry. I mean, they're about an hour.
I actually want to. I want to watch that again.
Olive Garden gives you this gigantic.
He just fucking sends it so hard. I love it so much. He's like casually discussing the pros and cons. The Joe Gundo salad from Olive Garden is like the breadsticks rips, just like pulls it out of nowhere. My man, Joe-gantic. My man pulled that from his inventory, right? Like, bro went into his inventory. None of us saw it. Comes out with a breadstick.
Gondo salad with it, and that kind of makes up for it. We've got the breadsticks here.
Boom, rips it. Just.
Oh, so his breadsticks are awesome. Oh my goodness, they're buttery, they're tender.
I love that so much.
Olive Garden breadsticks, a little dry.
I think what I love about it is like he just pulls out naked breadstick, right? Like you hear a little rustle. We don't really know where that rustle comes from. And then you just, boom, naked breadstick in hand. Like here we know this is from Olive Garden. He pulls out like the branded packaging. But from Fazoli's, he's just like, found this breadstick on the way home. Like, let's go.
I mean, they're about an hour or so old, so they could be more buttery.
Chiefs go for it on fourth. Fail to convert. We have a game!
They're buttery. They're crisp. They've got Olive Garden beat on those. My goodness. These are wonderful.
Let's go.
It's time to give these guys a score.
Voice cracked because apparently I decided to
1 to 10.
hit poverty harder.
Anything above 9 is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and it's almost never achieved. I have my score on the screen and in the description below. Now, when I score these things, I'm going to take into account how much they cost, how easy they are to get, and of course...
OG is OG. It's my favorite chain. Bro, I don't know. Like, okay, OG is OG, but like Fazoli's? I did not know what I was missing with Fazoli's until I went to Fazoli's. And now there's a Fazoli's about an hour away from me. And like, there are times where I'm kind of like, I'm not too far that I'm like, should I just go to Fazoli's? Should I just go to Fazoli's? There's an Olive Garden like around the corner, I can guarantee. But like, should I go to Fazoli's? Michigan needs more Fazoli's and Waffle Homes. Michigan does not need more Waffle Houses. No one, like, every state that has Waffle House needs fewer Waffle Houses. They do need more O'Charlie's. Listen, Waffle Houses are not for eating. They are for fighting. They just happen to put up a front as a restaurant. There's zero Waffle Homes. Yeah, there's zero Waffle Homes in Michigan, and they should remain that way.
Their flavor. So,
no, but I need a bout.
With Fazoli's.
Bro, I'm trying to start my amateur career. I love. Oh man, wait, is this? He started. Wait, okay, all right. I think he's gonna give each of them a different rating, and I think both of them are probably going to be 6.5 to 7.5. So I'm gonna say Fazoli's gets a 7.2. I'm gonna say Olive Garden gets a 6.9. Fazoli's ekes it out. Just based on the flavor and everything that Fazoli's gives you. Joe said that he sometimes burns his hand on the metal tin, but I think that he would rather burn his hand on the metal tin than come home eating a pasta salad, right? Also, did we just see the start of Joe lore? He frustratedly went to take another bite so that he could comment on it better. I don't know if he's done this before, but we know that he's done it after. I'm really excited about this. You ever step into the Octagon? Yeah, I eat at Waffle House all the time. Exactly. Look at this. Let's start with Fazoli's, and then he's like, gotta get another bite. I gotta remember. I want to be, again, integrity. He goes back to it. I love it. I love that. Yeah, he needed it fresh. He needed it fresh in the brain. In the 8 range. I'm
gonna have to go with 8.4
for Fazoli's. Again, that 8.4 does, and in the 8 range means that it's worth traveling 30 miles for. So, it's right up there with what I've said, bro. My man loves Mr. Fazoli himself.
4. Now, 4. Olive Garden.
He's going back to it. Is that a good sign or a bad sign?
It's really not doing anything spectacular better than Fazoli's. I mean, there's a little more meat. Obviously,
He caught his own
food costs
pass.
are probably a little bit higher on this one. But
Lamar caught his own pass. That's some Brett Favre shit.
for flavor and eatability, I'm gonna have to go with an 8.1.
8.1 for
Fazoli's?
Olive Garden?
You surprised me. You won this one. I didn't actually think it would happen because I've always been a fan of Olive Garden lasagna. That's my review. If you found this interesting, if you found this useful, if you disagree, if you have any comments, leave them below. And I will see you in the next video.
Wait. What? Joe fixes it. Joe fixes it. Bro, Olive Garden. Olive Garden at 8.1. 8.1 means that it's he said he puts it in the description below. Let's just double check. I just want to double check. 8 to 9. Food to travel greater than 30 miles. Food to travel greater than 30 miles. Olive Garden is not worth traveling greater than 30 miles. And the reason why I would say Fazoli's is strictly because Fazoli's doesn't exist closer than 30 miles for me. But like, I don't even know if I would go 30 miles for it. Like if I were within 30 miles of Fazoli's, I would consider going. But I don't know if I would travel greater than 30 miles. Although 30 miles for Joe may be a little bit different because he's in Georgia. I think Georgia has more rural areas with like urban pockets. So 30 miles might be like a standard travel space. Like that might be like the Metro Detroit equivalent of greater than 20 minutes, right? Because everything in Metro Detroit is 20 minutes away. There are more devils because the devil did go down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. He was in a bind. He was way behind and he was trying to make a deal. So there are more devils in Georgia. The Devil's Vacation, Devil Vacations in Georgia, yeah. Yeah. Did I get those lyrics right? I haven't listened to that song since. Was that one of the secret, like, was that one of the like boss tracks on Guitar Hero 3? That's the last time I heard that song. All right. God, I love Joe. I love Joe so much. Bro, I got the lyrics right. Hell yeah, let's go. Joe's the best. Oh, man. Joe's the best. Joe is not... Well, maybe he is, but I don't think he is. I don't think Joe's better than Chat. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to call it for now because we got to get ready. We got to get the Culvers in the belly. We got to get the game prepped. We got to be where we're going to be when we watch these Detroit Football Lions take on the San Francisco 49ers. So what we are going to do, YouTube, thank you for being here. Ravi and Serena, a strong duo. I appreciate you chatting, hanging out with me. So we are going to end the stream for YouTube now. Let's see. Just got to make sure that I do that.